Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to talk to you about how you can break your food addiction with these tips. No promises, but I'm a doctor and I truly want to help you. I've helped so many individuals lose weight, but also it's about breaking this negative relationship you have with food, but also drinks, because energy can come in so many different forms that you truly don't realize. So the biggest thing here, number one, is going to be your education about this topic is insanely important. I highly recommend you get digital mentorship just from videos, from coaching calls, but also you go meet one-on-one with your doctor, your dietitian, or you find a potential, even a psychiatrist or a social worker, someone that you can get physical accountability on and education about these specific topics. I found, being a doctor, that your addictions carry over into other aspects of life. So if you have a food addiction, you most likely have other sorts of addiction as well. It could even be you're just extremely sedentary and you have that addiction. Therefore, you have nothing else to do. So you're bored and you're lonely and you want to do this. So that is one of the biggest things right there. You need to be educated. You need to get honest feedback about if you have addictions in general. Now, with regards to food, the non-negotiables, you're probably confused. Non-negotiables of specific foods that work with so many specific diets. Here are some from the top of my head. It's hard to argue about fish. Specific seafood that comes from the sea, such as very small organisms, such as mackerel, such as sardines. These are pretty non-negotiables because you really cannot argue. They most likely do not have all these heavy metals, such as mercury inside of them. They're too small, and they don't feed on the bottom of the ocean like shrimp do. So they are non-negotiables about good food that are very healthy. You've heard about fatty fish. You've heard about healthy color in your diet. Therefore, purple cabbage, beets and blueberries, avocados and olives. Those are non-negotiables. Any person that has a belief about specific diets, paleo, veganism, carnivore, etc., it's really hard to argue with those foods that I just mentioned. So, eat those foods. Your taste buds will change, I promise you. Here are some things that I want you to drink on a consistent basis. It's hard to argue with green tea. Yes, you probably are wondering, since you have a food addiction, these are not the things that you're addicted to. You're gonna have to change this stuff, period. You must have accountability. Have accountability digitally from people around you in the digital world, but also in person. Those are a must to have people accountable near you. And I can be that person. I can help keep you accountable. If you need me to be accountable, you must message me and find me on my social media or my website. And you must message me or email me there just to apply worth working with me in one-on-one, as I have health and fitness coaching that can truly help you change your life. Overcoming your food addiction is not an easy thing to do. It will take longer than you realize. So the other thing that I want you to realize is that you must be patient with your food addiction. It probably took you years, if not decades, to get to this food addiction. And you're wondering, can you ever escape it? But yes, I've helped people, and big, huge organizations help with their food addictions. By the organization parts is you gotta stop having so much food around you at your living situation and your work situation. If you feel like you have no control in those areas, I promise you do. First off, you can change your career, which might be something that you might need to do. For I'm a doctor, I love my profession, so I'm a very physically active person, but I also do personal training. And I chose this career because I'm not going to get a food addiction with what I'm doing. But if you're a desk job, so many people that I see, because I'm a chiropractor, I work with individuals with their musculoskeletal pain. So of course they come to me because they have a desk job and their spine is starting to round forward and they have stiffness and discomfort, etc. So I firsthand experience so much of that. A lot of them will also have food addictions because they just snack all day. I do not recommend snacking, honestly, at all. If you're an individual who's overweight, snacking is just not going to be helpful because the ability to have impulse control is not good. And honestly, you're just not resting your intestines at all. You're always consuming food. You're never giving it rest. You're just blowing your body up and it's not good. So you might need to change your career and you got to be okay with that. I promise you, there's so many healthcare careers. They can be high stress, but don't be afraid to change your career. I promise you, it can truly, truly help. Now, one thing I want you to try, change your career, live in a beautiful warm weather, because you're going to want to be outdoors, and it's hard to overeat being outdoors a lot because you're not going to always pack Look at me. I'm not packing much stuff. It's hard for me to pack a lot of food. So it's hard to have a food addiction when you live in a beautiful, warm environment because look at what I'm looking at. Look how beautiful it is. I don't need a food addiction living here. Even though there's lots of people who are really big here, so this is not gonna solve all of your issues, but I promise something that I've been able to help people with is find a place they wanna live, choose a career that can obviously help their stress levels, help their food addictions, and over time being patient and just honestly understanding your body type that you've been given genetic-wise, and then doing all of the tips and tricks with just obviously getting energy out of you, which you can do that by movement, but you also can do that with using technology, like physical technology. There are things that healthcare providers and weight loss clinics that they do that truly do help. Here are some of them. Light energy can absolutely help speed up your energy of your cells. It can increase cell turnover. This is like red light therapy, like sunshine. This is what you will see in clinics. They have these red light beds that can be helpful. These infrared sauna blankets that a lot of weight loss sauna detox clinics have. Honestly, there is use to these things. I use them and they do help keep me lean. Yes, there are things such as peptides that can truly help people, or injection peptides. These things can help because they can help alter your appetite. You must be careful with them, but like everything else, you got to be careful. You can choose pharmaceuticals with your knowledgeable medical doctor because they're really smart and they want to help you. They don't want to hurt you. Yes, they need to make money, but if you find a trusted one, I have many trusted medical doctors that I send people that are overweight that want to lose weight. And honestly, if I was really overweight, I would probably use them too because you don't want to be overweight. It's something that you just truly, really don't. And you must really want it. You must want to change, everybody. You just need to find something to change. You need to realize you want to find a loving partner that loves you. You must want to change for yourself, but also want to change for your future partner or for your current partner. Because I promise you, it might seem daunting to want to overcome your food addiction, but I promise you, you definitely can. I hope this video helps you get some motivation to want to overcome your food addiction.